What's up? It's your boy Humble Dad back with another edition of Humble Dad Podcast. Got a special guest with me, my lady. You know what I'm saying? None other than Miss Kendra Siobhan. Man, we go way back. Just kidding. It definitely feels like it though. This is gonna be a really good interview because one of the things that I admire her about the most is her admiration for her father, and so it's been a long time coming. I don't want to hold it any longer. And we're going to talk to Miss Siobhan about her dad and what she thinks about fatherhood. Welcome.
Hello.
What's going on with you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we are shooting live from KSBS Studios.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about KSBS Studios.
Okay, so KSBS Studios is a makeup certification program. We also have a photo studio and retail for professional makeup artists. So you can come and buy your products here, brush cleaner, makeup brushes, as well as take classes here and get a certification if you have any aspirations of being a makeup artist.
Absolutely. So where can they find you?
Oh, www.ksbsstudios.com.
That's a fact. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to get right to it. The first question I always ask every person that comes on the show, and that is, what do you feel like the difference between a father and a dad is?
I don't know. Like, I call my dad daddy, so I would say I look at him more as daddy, somebody who's a part of my life, someone who loves me, someone who it's important to them to be a good dad.
Mm-hmm.
And then father is someone who actually just produced a baby,
Okay.
So there's sperm donor fathers, there's, absentee fathers, fathers that don't know their fathers, but daddies are the ones that are there and who stick around.
So do you call your dad daddy or dad?
Daddy.
Like pop? Okay. So you go with the hood range
Yes.
of the word. Okay, which is okay.
It's even more of like a D-E-D-D-Y. So like D, not even daddy, D.
Okay. Okay. I think I remember you saying it. And I was like, what is she saying?
Yes.
Okay.
He cracks up every time.
That's what's up. So let's go back to when you was a youngster.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you was probably, we won't go too far back. We'll go like middle school. Right?
Okay.
So talk to me about who you were in middle school and what type of father did you have at the time you were in middle school?
Middle school, I went to two different middle schools. So
Okay.
My first middle school was I was at T.W. Brown, in Oak Cliff, right there next to Kimball.
Yeah.
So my dad has been consistent my entire life. So he was the fun dad, the dad that, always wanted to take us places and do stuff with us. I just always remember my dad being around. So, he was just dad.
That's what's up. So tell me about a time that you remember him, not necessarily being, okay, tell me about the time he was fun. Like what's the moment that you remember during middle school that you'll never forget that was fun with you and your dad?
I can't pinpoint middle school or anything. I remember riding my bicycle with my dad. Like we would go on these long bike excursions. Like, we lived right next to a creek and most of my family members, in a car didn't live, more than 5 minutes away. So we were, ride bikes all the way to my grandmother's house, to my uncle's house, like all around the neighborhood. Like we would be gone, like gone on bicycles,
Yeah.
and then we'll stop at someone's house and rest and then ride home. So that's one of my fondest memories. But we did it for so long, so I don't know, like I can't pinpoint like middle school because it was like we were always doing stuff. I got in trouble a lot in middle school.
That's where we at. Yeah. Let's get there. Yeah, getting in trouble. That's the tea right there.
No, I got
That's the
more
tea
in
right
trouble
there.
with my mom than my dad. Like my dad was always trying to take up for me.
So you're a daddy's girl, what you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my sister are. It's just me and my sister, so we're both daddy's girls.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So you got in trouble with your mom. And
Mhm.
so, like, how would that be of a dynamic? Like, your dad was taking up for you,
Mhm.
so you get in trouble. So take me to this moment. Which one we want? Whichever one you want to share.
I mean, they weren't getting in drag out
No,
fights or
I didn't say that
anything.
they get in the
I'm
fights.
just saying,
I didn't say they get in the fights. I'm asking, what was the situation where you got in trouble? Take us through the time you got in trouble, and Dad said, it ain't that bad. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, he would probably hear about it secondhand,
Oh,
like
okay.
because
Okay.
like he would be gone at work, I'd get in trouble. My mama would tell him about it, and he'd be like, "All right, like, like what he supposed to do? Go wake me up and yeah,
Absolutely,
like
absolutely. Wake
no,
you
he
up.
ain't do none of that. So no.
Okay, all right. Okay, so then we get to high school.
Mhm.
Right, we get to high school, and do you remember any words of encouragement that your dad had for you when you was in school?
Um, Basically, one of the things that has stayed with me the most was him telling me, you don't always have to learn things by going through it. You can learn things by watching other people and seeing how, other people went through stuff and decide upon yourself that you're not going to do that. Because I would like just do stuff, and I was like, I'm young, I have time. And he was
Mm-hmm.
like, stop doing dumb stuff. He was like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, you don't have to go through this stuff. Like, your life is good. Like, chill. And yeah, he was. I don't know. He was just, somebody who like, I would complain about my mom too, and like,
Shout out to moms. You complained to you. So was he HR or something? Is that what you said?
He was the buffer. He kept my mom from beating me up, and was like, him and my sister would be like him because me and my mom, both of our mouths,
You got a mouth? Really?
No,
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to see if I have experienced that.
you haven't.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
And so as you're bantering, so the statement that you made was you can learn from other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good moment because
Or just like yeah, from other people. Like you don't have to always go through stuff.
you don't have to have the experience to learn it.
Make better decisions before you go through that.
So how has that been able to transpire for you? How has that helped you?
I didn't understand that.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to. Yeah, that's my phone. My bad. Oh, wow. That's my bad. So how has that helped you? Let me ask you a different question. I don't want that question. I'm gonna ask it like this. Do you feel like your dad has what's a characteristic that you have that's found in your dad
Um,
that you feel like you wouldn't have had if he was not there?
my dad has a really dope work ethic, and I think I got that. Like he'll do anything for his family.
Okay.
He'll work overtime. He'll, go early, work holidays. Like he's going to do what he has to do to make sure that his family is good. And I feel like I have that same quality. You know. Another thing is like, my dad's pretty consistent. Like you can count on him. And I feel like I'm consistent too. Like, my friends, family, they can count on me. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. If I say I ain't gonna do nothing, I ain't doing it. So
that's a fact.
But then he's just consistent. Like I can't think of anybody that has anything bad to say about my dad.
That's
even on
dope.
my mom's side, like my mom's brother's family, like that's Uncle Pete.
Yeah.
Like he's just that consistent person, and people really love and respect him.
That's phenomenal. I would agree. Yeah, I think that was one of the things that I admired about you as it relates to your work ethic. Like 100%. It felt like, I mean, it's not about me, but like I saw how you worked, and I was like, okay, I like that about her. You know what I'm saying? And then not only that, also how you care for others. Like I think that's some. I mean, you care for others, and sometimes it gets in the way of yourself.
Oh, you think that?
I mean, not in a bad way, but like
Mhm.
you will consider others, like you're saying about your dad.
Yeah,
You will consider your he will consider others before himself.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He would consider his family.
Okay, family. That's
You
fair.
know,
Yeah.
not like just random
Yeah, and I'm
people.
not talking. Yeah, I'm not.
Good luck.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking when you
Yeah.
said family and friends. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about that, and so uh, that's a really dope quality to have. So when you feel like that you learned that characteristic from him, when did you see that?
I see it from both my parents. Actually, my mom's very giving as well. My dad, my dad is a pill that's easier to swallow than my mom, but they're both are very giving. My mom is
Yeah.
the person who's going to show up when someone passes away. She's going to, feed the family. She's going to bring food over. She's going to call and check on you. If you're going through something, you need to figure something out, she's going to do that. My dad, he shows up for people the same way. He definitely shows up for me, my daughter,
Hmm.
um, so
But when did you recognize that? Because the reason why I asked is because
how can you recognize something that's always been there?
well, that's a good question. What I mean by that is because children don't necessarily recognize things that their parents are doing necessarily at the moment that
Mhm.
is being done. So, like for me, I ain't had my father in my life, and so it wasn't a big deal to me. It felt normal to
Mhm.
me, but I didn't feel that I felt the pains of it until I got to like college, right? Or the lessons that my mom may have taught me, like she was teaching me in the moment, I'm feeling like I'm not, she's too hard on me, right? So I didn't recognize that until later on, maybe when I got into my 20s. And I was like,
She
oh,
was trying to help
that's what she was trying to do.
prepare you.
Yeah, to be specific, I remember buying I came back from India.
Story time.
Yeah, story time. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure you know where my
I
pauses are.
know.
She always talk about she don't know where I'm
I
pausing
mean,
at.
you just get talk, babe. I was just
That's
wondering, are we about to have okay?
I know. Yes. Sometimes you like whatever. All
I'm
right. So
ready. I'm ready.
listen. Okay. So there was this one. I'm making sure it's possible.
Mhm.
Okay, because it's about you, right? Came back from India. Was going to buy a car, and she was like, "No, that's not the price that you should pay." Oh, I got the money. Why not?
Mhm.
Full circle. It took me 10 years to get out of that debt.
Mm.
Whereas if I would have listened to her tell me about how I should have bought the car and what price and insurance stuff like that, it would
Mhm.
have saved me a headache. But I was like, I got the money.
You just thought you knew better.
That's a fact. That's what I thought. I thought I knew better, right? And so it took me a long time to figure out that I was wrong. So I'm saying to you, like, when did you realize that your dad, that characteristic of that he's willing to do so much for his family? I mean, it could have been when you was young.
Yeah, I was real young.
Okay.
I was real young. I think it's like, when my cousins and everything would be like, I love Uncle Pete.
Mm.
Like they were like the people around me was always big up in my dad. You
Mm.
know, he used to carpool with one of his friends, Mr. Wilder, and just seeing how, like everybody around my dad always treated us really, really nice.
Mm. Okay. Hmm.
Like his friends and everything, they always treated us really nice. So it's like that's kind of like a testament of how they feel about my dad. Like I always feel like he's the coolest person in the room.
Mm.
So it's like when someone is always saying really, really good things about someone, you tend to like, oh yeah,
That's why.
my daddy.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. So so now you get to college, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so talk to me about, like, he's being consistent, but then college comes and now you're being a little bit more on your own, so to speak. You have your own mindset. Even when you was younger, you had your own mindset.
I always have my own
You're
mindset.
right, right. And so then when you get to college or pursuing your dreams,
Mhm.
what is the conversations like with your dad during that particular point in time?
Um, During that time, uh, he was working a lot, and then it wasn't long before I got into college that I got pregnant.
Okay, all right.
So it's like, you was like, I was more scared to tell my dad than anyone, but he took it better than everybody. Like, I told him, he gave me a hug, and I was like, it's okay.
Wow.
You ain't gonna marry him.
Oh. Okay, so let me pause right there. Why were you afraid to tell him when he was the one that seemed like thinking about what you said past that you confided in the most?
Yeah, because I knew he would be disappointed.
Okay.
And I didn't want him to think differently of me.
Okay.
He didn't.
And so, what did that do for you? At
That he reacted the way he did.
Yeah.
Did what he's always done, made me feel confident that I could do this and that I would be fine.
Yeah.
And that he had my back, And so I was cool with it.
So having your back, that's one of the things that I try to do for my kids is try to have that back. I mean, they're young, but
they back, they front, they side, everything. Humble dad.
Well, I try to, and then sometimes I miss it, right? Sometimes I miss it, but overall, my goal as a dad is to, I aspire to have them think how you think of your dad.
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to talk to you, on screen, because we've talked so much off screen about your dad.
Yes.
That like I admire your dad, and I'm like, okay, that's the dude that I'm aspiring to be, right? So when you get to like you're moving through life, now you have these different moments with your dad. Yeah. What are you seeing that is missing? Like because it sounds like you have the perfect dad, right? So or standard, right? Like the one that you can model after. I don't want to say perfect, but you can model dads after your dad. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then if you're modeling dads after your dads, what do you feel like is missing from what you see from the other dads?
From other dads?
Yeah.
Time and attention. I never had to like fight for my dad's time nor attention.
Okay.
He always wanted to be around me and my sister. So that was not hard. I see like, being in, surrounded by, I don't want to like give a generalized statement, but a lot of my friends don't have dads around present, and, it's hard to see people, when they talk. Even my own daughter doesn't have her dad around.
Okay.
So to hear other people talk about their dads and how they weren't there and how all these different things, and then it's like, I was like, can't relate. My dad was great, and not being able to like share that, for me,
that moment,
familiarity,
yeah,
with other people that I care about. I feel bad for them because, my dad, not only was he around, he was a good dad, So that's what I know of him, is that he was a very good dad, or is. He calls me regularly.
Yeah. So, yeah. Did you finish your thought?
Did I?
I don't know, because
what was the question? Did I answer the question?
Yes, you did answer the question. The question was, if your dad is the standard for dads, what is missing from these dads? And you said time and attention. Okay. Right. So how would one know? How would a dad know how much time? This is, and I'm gonna ask you this question because this is the thing that I battle with, right? As you probably may
you
not.
got a whole bunch of them. So I mean, you can only.
I have a bunch.
I mean,
it's only four. It's not a bunch. It's not a lot. You know what I'm saying?
And they all got different personalities and everything. That's a lot.
We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna try to put a thumbnail in there. You said that they have different personalities. All right. So time, how do I know how much time that I should dedicate to them? Because as you said, they have different personalities, right? And they're different ages. Yeah. Right. For those that are the first time listening, I have 13, 10, 8, and 4. Right. Girl, boy, girl. Right. Okay. And so each of them has amount of time that I need to give. So I give you a story. It's gonna be short though. Listen, you can't do that. The audience is paying attention when you do that. Like this is actually live, and like you've been disappointed.
I'm sorry.
No.
Let's start
no.
over.
Keep it real though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, listen. This is exactly what you do when we start talking.
I'm sorry.
So no, I just want you to recognize.
Okay.
I just want you to recognize that that's what you do.
You're right. I'm sorry. That's wrong. We're gonna hear another story. Story time with Humble Dad. Okay, I'm ready.
These are lessons. That's what I'm trying to show you, right? Okay. And what I learned from. So I asked G, right, my oldest. I said, I really apologize that I haven't spent a lot of time with you. I know that we used to like hang out a lot, like daddy-daughter dates, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, how do you feel about that? I don't do that. She's like, well, I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I said, you okay? What do you mean you're okay? She said, well, when we get to talk and have conversations, that's what I really like to do.
Right.
I said, more than like going out and doing something. And she's like, yeah, I like just sitting and talking to you. She said, because I like to talk. She gets it on. So, and I was like, okay, so why are you okay with that? And she said, because I know where you're at right now.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with where you're at right now with what it is that I get. Right. And I thought that was pretty fascinating for her to have that type of understanding, as opposed to Jordy and Ethan. Mm-hmm. They want me there all the time. Like there's not enough time to give. So how would you what would you suggest as an individual that had their father in their life to dads that are trying to do this dad thing? How do you know the time amount?
Well, G had, uninterrupted time with you for a long time before Ethan and Jordy came about.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So like she didn't have to compete with 3 other kids for a while, and then, Joshua came. And so it was just her and Joshua. So you can balance that. By the time Jordy comes around, she's done these things with you. She knows that you care. She knows that you're willing, that you want to do these things for her, and you still do those things for her.
Okay.
Now, do you do it every week or, probably not. But you spend a significant amount of time with all your kids. Okay. So it's like, I don't think that will probably be the question.
I'm not talking about necessarily for me.
Oh, you're just saying.
I'm talking about in general.
So you told her that story.
I told you that story because I do struggle with it, right?
What do you struggle with?
How much time I should give.
But you spend a lot of time with them.
I'm just trying to tell you, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to recognize that because I did not have a dad in my life like that. So I'm saying that's what I'm telling you. Like that's the thing, the challenge that's the challenge that I have. You say that I give
feeling like you're not spending enough time with them all.
Yes. I don't feel like I spend enough time with them at the amount of time that they may need in the time frame that they at the position that they are. But I'm saying that's me.
Okay.
There are some guys that don't spend no time.
You need to stop that.
Okay.
Because you spend a lot of time with
them. All right, cool. Not trying to have a therapy session on
where are my glasses at? Go lay down.
I'm like, man, I wasn't even trying to make it about me. I was just trying to ask in general, how does a guy know how much time they should give? Because I would be interested to hear.
All you can do is give what you can.
Okay.
If you haven't spent quality time with your kids, you should miss them.
Okay.
Or if your kids are like, Daddy, can we go do this or and you're like, yeah, we haven't done anything fun in a while, or I don't know.
But you said that your dad gave you time and attention.
Yeah.
How much time did your dad give you? Because you said when you was younger, because you said that he worked late. Yeah. But he worked hard and he gave
off days,
and he gave it.
He still spent a lot of time with me. He hadn't always worked late. Middle school, he started working the second shift. But elementary school, he used to pick me up from school.
Mm-hmm.
we'll go to my grandmother's house. Like, we'll go we'll go do all. Well, we did a lot of stuff as a family too. Like,
Okay.
my mom was always there, my sister was there. Like, and then there would be times where, like, if he's out doing the yard, I'm out there playing. He'll stop doing the yard for a couple minutes, play with me, go back to doing the yard. I don't know how he did it, but my dad gave me plenty of attention.
And that's cool to know. That's what I'm saying. Like this challenge for to big up dads, right?
Mhm.
But also there are some
To encourage other
yeah,
dads.
to encourage other dads because there are people that send this stuff to the dads that they feel like they may need it,
Mhm.
right? To encourage them. So because what I found out is just what you're saying, time and attention is what it is.
Yeah.
It's not
They
a
don't care about the stuff. They don't care about the, paying for things. Like I said, to this day, my dad calls me. Like, if I haven't, like, I talk to my dad, like, if not every day, once every couple days. Like, we talk regularly, so it's like, I just never been without him in that way where we didn't talk or anything like that. He's always been consistent.
That's what's up. So tell me about a funny story between you and your dad.
A funny story?
Or a fun story.
I could tell you about the one only time he spanked me.
Listen.
He cried more than
Tell me about that time. Because you do well at stories. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
But
want
you
to tell that one. Hold on.
don't tell it. Just tell one that you're interested in telling.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Then go to that one.
I just said so many. I can't think of like a particular story. Okay, we could talk about when I had my daughter.
Okay.
And so when I had my daughter, she had swallowed some meconium, and so she had to go into a special tent in the special care nursery.
Okay.
Not NICU, the special care. It was
Okay.
like one step up from NICU.
Okay.
So I hadn't really got a chance to hold her yet, And so we're like looking at her from the window or whatever, and they're like, well, you can go in and hold it. 2 people can go and hold it. When I tell you my daddy almost knocked me over to go and hold my child, like, and they have been like this ever since my dad was the first person she smiled at.
Wow.
Like, they are super, super close, and it's such a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think that's funny because I always say, like, I didn't get a chance to bomb my baby because you pushed me down to get to it. Like, so we always
you
like.
told him that?
Yes.
I don't know why.
He's like,
I don't know why I asked.
He like, and like, that's my grandbaby. I had to hold her. I hadn't gotten a chance to hold her. You held her for 9 months. Like, he like rationalizes, him, pushing the mother away to go hold his grandbaby, but
it just seems to make sense.
Yeah, that's a short story that I can give because, not going to be long-winded or anything.
Are you trying to say something?
Nope.
My stories have been short, have they not?
Yeah.
No, tonight. I'm not talking. I'm talking
No,
about.
I'm talking about tonight. But any other time, they long. No, tonight it's been short.
My kids said the exact same thing.
I know.
They said that I'm long. Because I be wanting you to understand the full capacity of the story and the detail. Okay.
I be understanding.
Okay, so fatherhood, we got that you said is time and attention.
Yes.
And really, if you're there, this is important.
Mm-hmm.
If you're given time, you definitely need to be paying attention.
Yes.
Just because you're in the room doesn't necessarily mean that you're providing attention. Would you agree or disagree?
Absolutely.
Okay, can you expand upon that?
Absolutely. With anything, like, you can be present but not engaged, So when you're working or dealing with children or your children, it's important to like give them that outlet where they can talk to you, where you're asking about their day, And as adults, sometimes we forget to do that.
Mm.
And my dad, he was really good at doing that. You know, asking us questions, asking us about our day, and interacting with my mother in a loving way. You know, we were sitting there watching it like, you know, so it was nice to see that. There's some men who are just family men.
Mm.
My dad's a family man. He enjoyed being at home with his family. He wasn't out running around with his homeboys and stuff like that. And my parents had us young. Like, you know, my dad was what, 25 when he had me.
Mm.
You know, so he was a young man and he loved being at home with us, you know, and it showed.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I I would say, you know, I enjoy being with my kids.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I struggle sometimes with Jordy. You know what I'm saying? Because
She bullies you. You
she
can
bu-
say it.
she don't
This is safe space. You can say Jordan bullies you.
Jordy does not. Okay, give me a
Mm-hmm.
situation in a time where Jordy bullied me.
Do you want me to give you a situation time when she don't?
Is that how you gonna do it? Yes, give me.
Okay,
how you go ahead and spill
every
the
day,
tea.
like
Go ahead.
if you're riding around with Jordy,
You said
you're on the
every
phone.
day.
She bullies you. She screams at you.
She screams.
Where you're talking, she'll try to talk over you. You'd be like, "Daddy's talking on the phone."
What
Jordy." Ah, because you don't care.
what she supposed? What I supposed to do?
Stop talking over me. Like, you know, cut it out. Like, you know,
Okay.
put that deep voice that you never use on her. You never use that voice on her.
I have.
Only if she's about to do something like walk in the street or something like that, something unsafe, you'll be like, stop, you know, or something like that. And she's like, oh, shoot, I never hear that voice. So, like, you know.
Wait a minute.
Jordy bully.
That's messed up.
It's
That's
okay.
messed up.
It's understandable.
Oh yeah, Chris. That's what we doing.
What did he say?
He said, "Get him."
I mean, everybody who knows Jordy knows it's capable. She's capable.
Yes, and so, but I enjoy spending time with her when it's one on one for sure.
Yes.
When it's one on one, me and Jordy, we good.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a person that raised my voice, so I usually reserve it for the moment that is needed.
Yeah.
And that's probably just based on how I was raised, and you know, trying not to be somebody that speaks in that way. Because for me, I feel like I can get my point across to any kid, especially my kids. I mean, Joy's a little different.
Yeah, you might have to raise your voice to her.
Joy's a little different.
Get down real deep.
Yeah. You know, that's interesting because how you saying that, like all three of my kids felt the three oldest literally felt like when I was talking that I was yelling. Yeah. But I'm like, this is when they're younger. I'm like, how?
You don't think you're yelling, but I can see how they can think you talk, you know, more firmly with them than you do, Jordan.
This is like before Jen.
Oh, before
Jen. Yeah, they was like, this is when G probably was 10, 9, something like that, and they.
You probably was young at them. Don't be young with them babies.
So now I don't need to yell at them, but see, you said you was consistent, and now you said
I got lost in the song. I got lost in it. What we talking about?
So we was talking about how like I enjoy spending time with my kids. Sometimes I have a hard time in with Jordy. That's what I was saying. But when I'm with her by myself, it's different.
Yeah,
but
she don't have to compete with 3 other people.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just. But you still have to get on her a little bit when it's just. But she's 4.
Right.
You know.
And so so the reason why this part is interesting because most people don't get to ask me questions. They're not in the.
Yeah, let me interview. Where my tablet at?
Listen, you got a question for me? There's no way you got because you said you were gonna ask me a question, but listen, I don't think you got no questions.
Well, you told me I wasn't gonna be asking you no questions, so I didn't prepare. But I'll come up with something.
All right. So you'll come up with something. So you say your dad calls you on a regular.
Yes.
What does that do for you?
I don't know. It just make me feel like I'm being checked
Ooh,
on.
did
Like,
she light up? Oh my
like my dad he does a really good job making me feel protected and cared for. I was single for a while. We ain't gonna say how long, but I was single for a while, and I always felt like, oh, my person is coming eventually.
God.
My dad, he'll pump my head up. He'll tell me I'm beautiful. He'll tell me I know it's these dudes. It's not you.
Okay.
It was probably me. But he would make me feel, loved and cared for, which made it in turn like hard for me to put up with stuff from other people because it's like, you're not treating me better than my daddy.
Wow.
So it was like, I don't know, it's like kind of hard to put up, like when you have someone that's telling you and like, making sure I'm taken care of, making like it's kind of hard to settle for less than that, so.
That's interesting. Oh, okay, I've said interesting a lot of times, but that is interesting though, because the statement that you're making is you said that my dad being in my life really kind of took me away from some of the guys that I should like. I recognized it earlier, I guess.
Well, it kind of worked against me and for me.
Okay.
Because, like, like when you're younger, guys will say anything to you, they just want to get with you.
I don't know that. I've never had a guy I've never had a guy try to get with me.
Okay, well, you've been a young guy before.
I've been a young guy before.
Okay.
And I didn't just talk like everything I said.
What?
Tell the people how long. I think I missed something.
Oh.
Ah, look at that.
What?
Can you listen? You need mine?
Oh, that's mine.
You need mine?
Well, they dirty.
Hey,
Daddy, that is you sure right. That's my sister, Dana Williams. Daddy is the best.
Did you just blast me? Say my glasses?
I'll clean them for you, babe. So you can read these lies.
I'm not the one having the issue with reading, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he wanted to know how long you were single. He started laughing.
Oh. No, this is getting too long. It's a little bit. It don't matter now, Chris. Have a man.
Chris is, I may have talked to you about Chris. Chris is one of my homies from like Nacogdoches.
Okay.
Yeah, Nacogdoches, like that long ago.
Okay.
All right. So, what was I asking? Okay. What was I asking you?
I don't know. It's been so many things.
The part about you said that it was a gift and a curse that your dad.
Oh yes. So
just
my dad.
I want to pause right there. I just want to say, no, you're not. I was listening. That's all I wanted to say. Go.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yes, it's a gift and a curse. Not just from my dad, but all the men in my family. Like I had uncles, cousins, whatever, and they would pump me up. Not just me, like the other women in our family and everything. And so I just never felt like I should have to put up with mess, or when guys would say stuff to me, I believe them. Like, oh, you're so fine, you're so beautiful.
Oh.
Correct. You're my boyfriend.
That's all it took to be your boyfriend?
No, I'm just saying I didn't understand guys playing.
So they didn't teach you the game?
They, to a certain extent.
That's what I mean.
To a certain extent.
Okay.
Stay away from certain things, focus on school and everything. I'm like, no, these boys like me. So I wasn't always listening.
So you weren't always listening?
I wasn't always listening.
Okay. So, but for the record, I didn't do that to women. Just for the record, I was a nice guy.
You were?
For them, I would say.
You were a self-proclaimed nice guy, because those are the worst ones.
No, I'm not self-proclaimed. I'm just saying, like, I didn't tell a girl something. Like, I was pretty honest. Like, I didn't tell a girl something just so.
Just to get with her.
Yeah, okay. I didn't do that.
I can believe that. It's hard. You're probably real sensitive. You like, trying to be everybody's boyfriend and stuff.
Nah, I'm not trying to be.
bring
Now,
those flowers and stuff.
You want to talk about me like that? Okay.
No, I was just saying.
No.
That's
That's
like you were really sweet. Like
I think I was sweet, but I did. This one girl I dated, I wish I did. That's when I was very like young.
What they call it, wet behind the ears.
Yeah, I was wet behind the ears.
Nose wide open.
Yeah, she probably was my first girlfriend. Probably was my first girlfriend. But because other people were saying, "Hey, she like you," they were trying to put us together, and me, not having an understanding of what was going on, huh?
Another story.
I just started dating her. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, and now we fast forward, and I think that I think I was a nice guy in the sense of
you were just really nice to girls.
Yeah, I was nice to girls.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's not like I didn't understand some things about girls. So
okay, we'll talk. Okay, all right. I want to hear about these old.
That's tough.
Middle school girls.
Yeah, that was like middle school. Like that was middle school. You know what I'm saying? Middle school. Yeah. So with your dad being there, you said was it as far as him kind of talking to you about your beauty, talking about you got it going on, or you deserve
smart,
you're smart, you deserve
capable.
more. Uh-huh.
You don't have to act like that, Kendra. You don't have to be so mean. Like I was bad, like not bad, like I was just like getting in trouble all the time, but I was just like free. I just did what I wanted, and my mom would be ready to beat me, and my dad would be like, Kendra, come on now, why did you say that?
So he was the voice of reasoning, would you say, or just
he would try to be with me. I was just a free spirit. I just did what I wanted, said what I wanted.
Okay, and do you? And so he allowed that. So you think that's where you
Well, they really didn't try to stifle me. They just tried to like put me in things that would make me be more creative, like dance and art and writing classes and stuff like that, to try to get me to channel that energy somewhere else.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that. Chris. You want me to read it?
What did he say?
He said, "Y'all look cute."
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she made me look good. I appreciate that.
Oh God, don't start that. You look good with that one.
Oh, I appreciate that.
With your humble dad shirt on.
Listen,
gray sweatpants.
You over here, you flirting with me on screen.
I don't care. If I don't. I don't know about you. You look nice with gray sweatpants on.
I appreciate
it. Nice. I like it when you wear your glasses.
That's exactly what I want.
Yeah. Oh, because I like it.
That's a fact.
See, that's what I'm saying. Do what.
I pay attention.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know I get the brunt of it. So you ain't been listening. You don't say it in that particular voice?
I'm just saying. I just got finished giving you a compliment. There you go. Y'all like to see us fight.
You did.
Y'all like to see us fight.
I'm sorry. You did give me a compliment, and I appreciate it. Mm-hmm. You already know I know you fine.
Thank you, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, honey.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, man, I had a moment. Okay.
You good? Yeah.
Oh, it's not like that. Hey, listen. Oh, you smell good too. Look at you.
It's the some oil that I got from India. It's cute. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'll show it to you.
That's a bit.
I'm trying to make sure my shirt didn't go up.
For sure. By the way, today's my birthday.
It is.
Just to let y'all know.
You want me to sing to you?
Go ahead. On the camera. Oh, it's on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I need to put this outside. Happy birthday, dear Elijah. Not Elijah, it's with an E. It's Elijah.
There we go.
Can
All
you
right,
hear
we
us
back.
now?
Yeah, we back. Yeah.
Did they not hear me sing?
Did you hear the song? Let us know if you had heard the song.
I was
Thank you,
singing
Miss Dana.
from my heart.
Listen, can you, no sound still? Can you hear me? Mic check. Let me go here. Oh, it's good now. So yeah, I got it. Appreciate it.
Sorry. I probably did something when I picked
Did
it up.
y'all-
I'm always doing something. I just can't just sit here and be
Listen,
interviewed,
you
huh?
did fine. Hey, this is me and you. This is what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
good. Absolutely.
The beginning and end
That was good.
of my music career.
Listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I didn't think you were gonna do it.
Why you didn't think so?
Because we're on camera. So that's the reason why I thought you wasn't gonna do it. All right, cool. Let me see if I can get to my questions, man.
Okay.
If y'all have questions out there. Oh, Chris said he heard the song.
Thank you, Chris. How
He said good job.
Did you hear that run? Okay.
The Kim Burrell run.
Yes.
That is hilarious.
It was I was, use my third there.
What up, Scooby? What?
Hey, Scooby. I don't know you, but hey, Scooby.
I used to be her supervisor when I worked at E-Tech. That was like, man, 13 years ago, maybe.
You about to say 20.
No, I was trying to say, I think 12. It's been a minute. And she said, happy cake day. I'm so happy for you, supervisor. She's beautiful, and y'all make a great looking couple.
Oh, thank you, Scooby.
Man, me and her would have some conversations, boy. Just different, different stuff. Just different stuff, man. Yeah, she real cool people. You know what I'm saying? Real cool people. Let me see.
Are we doing the questions now?
Yeah, we're gonna get to the questions. And if y'all have questions, let me know. Did you figure out a question you wanted to ask me?
What do you like the most about being a father?
Wow.
You gonna start crying? Or should I say daddy? What do you like the most about being a daddy?
Why would you do that?
I'm sorry.
That's a good question.
Okay, you want something else?
No, that's a good question.
You gotta think about it?
No, okay. I gotta think about that. The thing that I like most about being a dad is that I see that I'm about to impact the world. So everything that I do, even when I make my mistakes, the whole thing is about like I told Quest when I was interviewing him, I said, for me, I see that I'm preparing somebody else's husband and somebody else's wife. And not only that, how will they impact the world in the world that they are? Not necessarily globally, but like their particular sphere. So I welcome that challenge.
Okay.
I welcome that challenge, and I feel like I'm a steward of them. They're a gift.
Yeah.
Right. And so since they are a gift, that's the main thing that I would say that I enjoy. Looking at that I am preparing them for the world.
So that's what makes you enjoy being a dad.
Yeah, because each moment is a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Right. And as you say, I like to talk. Got that from a woman, by the way. Okay. Well, I don't know. They say my dad talks a lot, so. But yeah, that's that. And my kids and my kids specifically, I enjoy being their dad just because of how amazing they are as individuals.
They are.
And they challenge me, but they also, I know they sneaky. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, but like overall, they are some dope people.
They are.
Right, they're some dope people, not just dope
resilient, just intelligent, emotionally intelligent. Yeah. Like their understanding of things, and that's just, from the parenting,
Appreciate that.
Like they're great. I'm telling you, if they were bad, I wouldn't be here.
I remember you told me.
If they were bad and ugly, I'm just playing.
No,
it just makes it easier when they good. When they kids, they don't get.
We talked about that.
They are good kids. I'm telling you, they have welcomed me in. They are loving. Like I know they're gonna go out into the world and be dope because they all got things about them. They're all gonna go out and be dope.
Yeah, they're not
gonna embarrass you.
For sure. And that's what I talked to him about. Like I said, listen, man, when you leave this house, you represent me.
Yeah.
And if you represent me wrong, we're gonna have problems at the house.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
And themselves, they are important people. They, when they go out into the world, you have to, present yourself a certain way because you want to be taken seriously. And the things you do follows you.
Yeah. That's a bit. Let me read one of these. Then I'm gonna think about like the question that I'm gonna ask you is, what are the characteristics that you say that each one of them have?
The babies.
Yeah. Okay. And if you want to be more specific, is there a characteristic that you see in them that I have? Okay. Or vice versa, right? So let's see. So Scooby said, yes, 13 years, and I really appreciate the push you gave me. I graduated college on May 15th with my associates, ASA, medical assistant, and I'm now working on my LVN. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, Scooby.
We need more nurses.
Yeah. Hey, I definitely used to listen. Tried to tell her I was that dude. I still am though. Here you go. When y'all get married, how will you compliment Elijah in being the best father? Oh, that's a question. Do you want to answer that question?
Oh, compliment. What you call me? Your blind side.
I call you my blind side. Yep.
Yes. I feel like I can compliment Elijah as being a father is, talking to him sometimes about, I guess like your reaction sometimes, or seeing things that he may not see, he's raising 4 kids as much as most of y'all may know. He's raising 4 kids by himself. So, he's trying to, make sure the house is good, make sure, the finances are good, the kids are good, everything. And so sometimes you can be on go mode so much, that I'm like, they're kids, like they're kids, like give them some slack, because you're just not wanting to drop the ball anywhere. And it's like, okay, you drop a ball, I'm gonna be here to catch it, like it's gonna be okay, so I feel like I'm there as a helpmate. And because my child, I do have a daughter and she's grown, so I feel like I've done some of these things. And not only is there some things that I feel like I did right as a parent, there's a lot of things I know I did wrong as a parent. So if I'm seeing it, and you are seeing, I'm like, you could say it a different way, because sometimes the things that we say as parents stick up and they hit a little bit harder, That's true. So
that's good. Yeah, for those that don't know what blind spot is, it's a the left guard, or typically the left guard for a quarterback position, and they always are protecting their blind side because when they drop back, they can't see what's behind them. If it's a reference to military terms, it would be they have your 6, meaning you have 12 o'clock, you have 6 o'clock, and so they got your back. That's basically what it is, and that's what she does for me. He said, when y'all get married. Listen, I haven't set a date. I haven't even proposed to her.
Yeah, it's empty.
Thank you, baby.
It's okay. I was just making sure they saw there was nothing there.
So do y'all want a child together as well? And yes, he's a great father figure. Honestly, I looked up to you, man. Like seriously, you were that father figure I never had away from home.
Oh, that's sweet.
Thank you, Scooby.
On your birthday too. What an answer. Who was that? Chris that asked?
That's Scooby.
Scooby who asked if we were gonna get married or if we're gonna have another child.
Scooby asked, do we want a child together?
Okay, don't let the looks fool you. We are very old. We are very old. If God says yes.
If God says yes, that's what's up.
But there's no plans for it,
That's what's up.
He's much older than me.
Here we go with this, man. We got to end this thing in a minute.
He's not much older than me. He's not, y'all. Not for real.
Chris said you gave a good answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, I didn't even get to my question. Okay, so let me see if I can get to them quickly. Oh, and in the meantime, can you tell us what are some characteristics that you say you see in me that you see in the kids?
Oh, yes. So I'll just go down the line.
Okay.
So with Gianna, she's very like, you know, in some ways serious. Like she doesn't want to make a mistake, and you know, she wants to make sure everything is, you know, up to par. There's no telling her nothing. She is right.
Oh,
that would be you. With Joshua, I feel like, you know, Joshua, he's the earnest child. He's the one who, you know, he wants to do right in society. You know, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
He the Superman of the crew.
Mm.
You know, so a lot of things that you try to do, like your mentoring and, you know, this Humble Dad podcast. It's like you not only want to make sure that things are going well in your household, you're making sure that you are reaching back. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, I have said, and I've heard other people say, never knock someone down without extending the hand to lift them up. And I feel like you do that. And I think that that's a characteristic that Joshua has. Okay. And then my superstar, Ethan. So I call Ethan superstar because what was it, a couple months ago, he had joined a baseball team, and I'm just gonna put it straight. He not watching this. He was the worst on the team. He was working with kids that had been playing baseball for a long time. They were really, really good. So he had started on this new team, didn't know anybody, and he just wasn't doing as well. And Elijah said something about, you know, you don't practice. Like you said just like that, well, you don't practice. How you expect to get better if you don't practice? So that baby got up and he's hitting balls. He's throwing. I'm telling you, he was throwing like Napoleon Dynamite. You know,
he was throwing
like that. But he was practicing, and by the end of the season, he was one of the best on the team. Like he was able to show out when he went to go bat and everything. So I started calling him superstar just to keep on encouraging him, because I really respected how he, you know,
he's 8.
He's 8. And he took it upon himself. Nobody had to make him do it. And to this day, it's the off season right now, he still gets up in the morning and go practice. So that's my superstar, because those are the qualities that's going to make him a superstar. And yes, that is something that I see in you, is that you don't want to fail. And it's like, you know, you're going to get your education. You're going to talk to the right people. You're not shy about trying to better yourself. So that's one thing.
You bigging me up. Oh, man.
And then Jordy.
I got that. Now, this is the one I got to hear, man. Hey. Oh, man.
You know how everybody has that one wild streak?
I got to know. Yeah.
Y'all got to know Jordy to understand.
She been here before. Somebody said.
I'm telling you, yeah. She is so smart, and just a trip, and just like I could be sarcastic with her. Like me and her, we have our little old special relationship. Y'all will learn that as time go on. That's my baby. But I think that's that part of you that you know, that wild streak that you don't want to show nobody. I know it, y'all. But he has a wild streak about him where he wants to have fun. You know, you want to enjoy life. You know, you want to make sure that you're living life to the fullest and you're using every opportunity that you have. So
that's what's up. I appreciate that.
You're good.
You always do good. I just didn't. I didn't ask the question for accolades, right? But I didn't know that's what you was going to do.
Let me tell you bad things too.
Sure.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm okay with
I'm
that.
I'm good.
I'm okay with that. Okay. So I got to the questions. Thank you for that. That was really good. And this birthday special is going well. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do these in person more often. Don't be cheating. Don't be trying to look at things.
Okay, I can't see anyway. You know, I'm right there.
I need you finally admitted it. All right, cool. And we got it on tape. We got it on tape because I will clip.
I know you'll run it back.
All right. I'm gonna keep it easy for you.
Okay.
Give me a number between 10 and 44.
3.
3.
That's not it. I'm sorry. No.
3.
I'm sorry. I was thinking 1 to 10. You said 10 to 44. Okay.
First of all, I didn't even finish.
I know. Let's run it back.
First and foremost, I want you to know you're very beautiful. Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Okay. 10 to 44. Okay.
Yeah.
17.
Everybody else pick 17.
Okay. I don't want to pick 17. I want to be like everybody else. Okay. How about 23?
Okay. What did you love to do in high school?
Dance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
What kind of dance?
Oh, I did everything. Ballet, modern, jazz, African dance, a little bit of tap.
Can you still tap?
I mean, I can. I mean,
No, not in those shoes though.
No, not in these shoes.
All right, I'm gonna see that offline. Listen, the Tina Turner. Listen, you don't have to do it, but I'm just saying. I said when she did the Tina Turner, I was very impressed. Very impressed. I also was, the thing I love about you is that you're cool with being you, right? Like, yeah. And even just being silly, right? Like, I think it was the time you was dancing in front of the kids. Oh, Lord. And they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do. That's like, I'm enjoying it, but like, she's being silly. Like, she's an adult. Like, this adult.
We went to the trampoline park last weekend, and I'm still feeling it.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah, when I tried to jump over it.
And then you tried to, hey, Chris, if you still online, can you tell her that I can hoop?
I did not say you couldn't hoop. I'm just saying I've never seen it.
Can you tell her I can hoop?
I never said you couldn't.
But the way that you said I ain't seen it. I
never said you couldn't. I'm just saying that I personally haven't seen it. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. I'm just saying, like I say, I can dance. You have seen me dance.
But I had believed you when you said that you could dance.
Really?
Yeah.
I believe that you can.
See?
Huh? I believe. Hold on, I forgot. Hold on.
In the middle of the.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think.
I believe you can play basketball, babe. I just said it. I believe it.
I'm trying to figure out what is I believe in. What do I believe?
I believe you can play basketball.
Hey, here we go. Okay. Here we go. What did he say? He said he's an okay hooper.
He's an okay hooper.
What's up, Michelle? I appreciate what's going on. And then Chris say, yes, he can. Basketball is his favorite sport.
Yes.
And then Scooby, what she say? She said, man, he can ball for real, for real.
Yes, I absolutely think that that's the truth. They've seen it. I have not seen it.
I ain't gonna hold you. All right, cool. So, so dance was your favorite.
Yes.
And you can do all the dancing. Okay, give me another number.
41.
Wonder.
I'm about to turn.
What are you most thankful for?
Oh man. So many things.
You can listen. Is there one
I'm
at the
thankful
top?
for my life.
Okay.
Lord, the devil has tried to take me up out of here plenty of times. I'm thankful for my daughter. She saved me in so many different ways. She taught me a lot about myself. I'm thankful for my mind. I'm thankful for, having good sense. I'm very, very, very thankful for my parents for giving me a chance, for doing things differently, for trying with me and my sister. Speaking of my sister, I'm thankful for my sister, built-in best friend. She was great. She was great.
She's a good big sister.
Yeah, she did what she was supposed to do as a big sister, for real.
That's what's up.
Thankful for you. Don't act surprised.
Well,
I'm thankful for you.
I appreciate that. I'm not acting surprised.
I'd still be single if it wasn't for I told you for years.
I wasn't expecting me to be a part of your thankfulness because
why?
I don't know. I'm saying I'm just listening to you. Like I'm not having an expectation.
I feel like this is coming up. No, you're my bestie. You're my best friend.
That's what's up. Listen, when you told me that, I got excited.
You did?
I did.
Why?
I was in the car. I was doing a little happy dance in my head. The reason why is because it wasn't. I mean, that's not how it started, right? And even though I was like, I want to be friends, right?
Oh yeah, y'all. He told me he didn't want me. He was like, "Look,
this is not what
I just like talking to you.
This is not what this is about. Like, this is not
it's
this
about
show.
fathers, dads, and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm thinking for you, humble dad. Humble dad ain't humble. I'm just playing. Just playing.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Why? No, you're not.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
You're so humble.
No, you're not. You're
Look
not
at you
kidding.
with your humble self.
You're not kidding.
Your shirt says.
Yeah, but you crazy. That's what's up. I appreciate. Hey, and that's a fact.
What?
He said the Glenn family, the Glenn squad is thankful for you.
For you?
No, for you.
For me? Why? What'd you say, Chris?
That's what he said. Because you.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, Chris?
Why, Chris? Hey, in the meantime, as you type that, okay. Last question. Give me a number. Or are you done with as far as what you were thankful for? So your family, your daughter.
I will say Prada, but Prada been acting up here lately. Prada's my dog, y'all. I don't know about Prada right now. We about to, go find a field.
That's on tape.
I'm just playing. I love Prada.
You gotta say that because
I'm just playing. I love Prada. That's my girl. She bad.
Oh wow. He gave you an answer. You want me to read? Oh, let me see if
thank you, Christopher. Thank you.
That's what's up, homie. That's what's up.
He gives me a lot of joy too.
I'm blushing because I promised that I didn't.
Goofy together, like.
Because I did not think this would be anything about me. You feel me? That's why.
It's your podcast.
But I'm typically.
It's your birthday.
That's a fact. But I'm typically, and this is a birthday special.
Some of them probably hadn't heard the birthday song. Y'all want me to sing again? I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Hey, she said, "Don't do my niece." This is just.
Who Prada? Oh, she talking about Prada. Child, that Prada broke her. I'll tell you about it later.
Oh my God!
I'm telling you, I'm sick of this dog. I've had this dog for 10 years?
You asking me? I don't know. I haven't been with you 10 years. Scooby said, "I'm not Glenn, but I can sure answer it. I haven't seen that smile and blush like that from my supervisor in a while. He's always been humble, and it really shows now."
Oh, humble dad.
Scooby, man.
If y'all love humble dad so much, go to the website and buy some humble dad gear. He got hats. He has shirts that says, "I love my humble dad." I have one that's on the way in the mail. What else?
HumbleDad.life.
Yeah, HumbleDad.life.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody that's here on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And if you would like to be featured on the Humble Dad podcast, please send a message, a DM, slide in the DMs.
Oh my God.
He wants to hear your story. He wants to tell people about you. He wants to spread the word that there are great fathers out there. Men are a part of their kids' lives, and we need to put a spotlight on them so that other men will know that it is okay and there is a support system out here for you.
That's a what's. Girl.
Off the top.
We doing high five? We doing.
But it's.
You're supposed to follow the leader.
Okay, sorry. I'm being submissive, y'all.
I give you one of them too. That's what's up. Oh man. Okay. 2 last questions, and if y'all have a question, put it in the chat.
Has anybody been asking questions? I don't know.
They asked. Only Chris asked.
Oh, Chris. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Dana says she's thankful for you too.
For me or him?
For you.
Oh, thank you, sister.
Mm-hmm. Why would she be thankful for me?
I did show her how to do that.
You forgot.
I forgot that quick. I'm just on dinner, y'all. We gotta go paint the town red tonight.
That's what's up. Hey, let me. So last 2 questions. Headed to the website and YouTube. That's a bet.
Yay.
Ah,
Support.
that's what's up.
If you don't want for yourself, buy one for the dad in your life.
That's a fact. But I see you, Miss Tanya. Love all of this. She's the one that goes to my church, and she bought Jordy the pink and purple bonnet. That's Miss Tanya.
Thank you. She wears it every night.
Just about
every single night.
Yeah.
It's off by the morning, but she wears it every night.
He said, Chris said you will compliment her in being a great mom.
Oh, thank you.
That's what's up. All right, so who would you say your dad, which TV dad would you say your dad represents or has similar characteristics to? TV, movie, new, old? Combination of.
I just can't compare my dad to anybody.
I think you said that before.
Nah, my dad just gonna have to have his own sitcom.
I remember you telling me about that. That. All right. Appreciate that, school. Yeah, we're gonna get ready for dinner here in a moment as well.
Yeah, what time is it?
6:30.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of time. Reservations at 8:30.
That's what's up. And the last question is, I think you kind of said these things, but your dad's in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say to him about him as a dad?
Why you gotta pick that question?
It's always the last question.
Oh man, I'm glad I didn't put mascara on my body. Do you not
watch my shows?
Yes, I do watch your shows. I be clicking out, but I come back. I would say thank you. Thank you, Daddy, if you're watching one day. Thank you for doing it, getting up every day. Loving me, loving my mom, loving my sister, loving your whole family. Thank you for being a man of what word am I looking for? I don't want to say value because it's more than value. It's being a man of
morals.
More than morals. I can't. It can't come to me. Just thank you for being the best daddy ever. Thank you for being a good example wherever you go. Thank you for your integrity. Thank you for all of that. Thank you.
That's what's up. And shout out to Ms. Dana. She said he is in a league of his own.
Yes, we can't compare him to no sitcom.
And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Well, that concludes this episode, this special edition, birthday edition of Humble Dad Podcast. Yep. Rocking with my lady, Kendra Siobhan. You did. What did you think about the show?
It was good. Yeah. You asked me if I was nervous. I wasn't. Just talking to you like I regularly do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you was much nicer on camera, though.
Really?
I'm just playing. Please don't beat me up off camera, though. I'm just playing.
Man, I tell
you. I just have to say it on camera, though. This was fun for me. It was fun for me.
It was fun for me too.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said yes. Mm-hmm. You said it took me forever. That is true.
I know you had everybody all through here on the podcast. Put me on the podcast.
You did say that. You did say that.
Got things to say about Diddy.
She said you looking like mama.
I do. I just cut my hair, y'all, so I'm looking a lot like my mama these days.
For sure. Thanks, Chris. And to all those out there, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You can also go over to ksbsstudios.com. Check her out. Doing big things now and in the future. All right. Anything? What you got the last words? What would you like to say to the people?
Thank you for watching. Continue to support. Continue to like and share. That is so important for his podcast to be seen. We can get more people to the podcast. The more shares, the more likes, the more y'all interact. So every week he interviews someone else. So pay attention. Get on here, like, share, support your brother because he's definitely out here supporting all of y'all.
Until next time, we out here.
You want to do this?
It's like this. It's
Oh,
deuces.
it's this.
Yes.
Oh,
Flip it.
okay.
Bye.